Okay children, let's continue with the story. We found the child's mother at last, stuffing a large sack with bits of plastic and paper she had salvaged from the dump. It wasn't easy at all, making her understand that her child was frightened and miserable at being left alone with nobody to mind her. Okay, so over here we see that there is a task. They found the mother and the mother was busy collecting these bits of paper and plastic from around the bin, and so she had salvaged, as in salvaged means to recover. So she had recovered all these plastic and paper pieces, and she had collected, and she was just not cautious of the fact that a child is somewhere frightened, is somewhere scared, is somewhere feeling alone, and so it was a very difficult task for the pups and the dogs to make the mother understand about the situation, about her child. Okay children, let's see how does Jaldi try to do the task all by herself with the assistance of the father. Father says we mustn't be impatient with beings of low intelligence, but you can't always be patient, can you? That's the trouble with people. They always expect dogs to understand what they have to say, but it never strikes them that dogs like to be heard too. Okay, so immediately when you are in a situation, when you are being tested in life or in anywhere else, in any situation of your life, you try to recall what your parents have told you. So Jaldi over here remembered the words of a father, that the father has usually said that we should be very patient in a situation, especially when we are dealing with beings of low intelligence. Over here they are terming the human beings as beings of low intelligence, because children, they feel that human beings are not probably seeing the different faces of a situation. What facet am I talking over here? The fact that they usually want the dogs to understand them, and that they don't understand what the dogs are trying to say. Okay, they usually make sure that the dogs get adapted to their situation, but they don't understand what situation the dog is going through, right? That is not very common to the pet lovers, but then usually most of the human beings find it very difficult to adjust and understand the dogs. Okay, so that was conveyed by the father to the pup by telling him that since there is a misunderstanding, there is an understanding communication gap between the human beings and the dogs, we need to be very, very patient. Okay, they have words enough to describe the sounds we make: bark, whine, growl, yelp, but they simply lack the intelligence to find out what we mean. This woman was no different. Father was very persuasive, not minding even when she threw a stone at him. Don't be angry, father warned me over his shoulder. Okay, so if you see, the task is really difficult. The lady over here is just not understanding why the dogs were around her, trying to make her understand something. She had no clue about it, and she did not want to understand also. Okay, so along with that, the pup is over here trying to mention that usually the human beings are very, very specific in their terms of the dog language with regard to barking, yelping, whining, growling, but still, though they know so many terms of the language of dogs, still they do not understand what the dogs are meaning. And so clearly it is stated of what he can see over here. He can see that he and his father are working so hard, she and the father are working so hard in trying to convey to the lady about her child, but she's just not ready to understand. And along with that, the father is being stoned over here by the lady, and the father is saying, Jaldi, that you don't need to be angry. So the father is not bothered whether the lady is throwing a stone. The prime concern of the father is to keep the child motivated, to keep the pup motivated, that such a situation, don't break in, don't be angry, because that will break your concentration. Okay, so that is what was conveyed by the father. Let's see what happened. You won't be able to dodge cleverly if you lose your temper. I caught the end of the woman's sari and tugged it gently, and with father barking and backing away from her all the time, we managed to get her to follow us. She broke into a run when she caught sight of a baby and snatched her up hastily, angrily shooing off Yogi and Masti. Okay, so if you see the situation so meticulously, the pup and the family, the pups and the parents had tried to assist the lady in finding the child, but she had no clue that she had been helped. Right, children? So it is such a difficult situation for us human beings to understand the plight of the animals, to understand the message of the animals, the words of the animals. Okay, so I think this story is a perfect example for us to start thinking and redefining our connection, especially with the street dogs. Over here, so nicely it was planned. The Jaldi, along with the father, made sure that she tugged at the sari, pulled the sari nicely. Along with that, the father kept coming back and forth, getting stoned by the lady, at the same time making sure she's dragged all the way to her baby. And along with that, reaching over there, she caught sight of a baby, she ran, and she felt that the baby is being scared by the other two pups named Yogi and Masti, and she started shooing them off. So the situation is totally misunderstood over here. Come away, children, the job's over, mother called. The woman shouted at us, waving a stick, threatening. Believe it or not, she actually thought we were about to harm a child. Well, daughter, father said carefully, it appears you have a gift. So now the role of the mother has come into place, the role of the mother of the pups, and she's wanting her family back. The task is done. We've done the good task, a good deed. Let's go back home now. Let's not get caught in that situation where the lady is threatening with a stick at all of them, and they ran off from there. And it was really hard for Jaldi to believe that they were helping, and still that lady continued to believe that we were going to harm the baby. That was very hard for Jaldi to grasp, being so small. Usually all this wisdom is kind of with experience and knowledge and kind of all the education, your parents have it all, and they continuously fill you up with these small advices and suggestions. So this is what the parents of the pup were trying to do, that you need to be patient. There's a long way going in understanding the human beings. Also, the point stated over here is that father probably realized and was confident about the gift of Jaldi, and very clearly he stated that Jaldi, you have a very, very good gift. How exciting, I squealed. Is it a bone? They shook their heads. A gift is something you have inside you. Mother said, inside your head. It's what makes you think. I wrinkled my nose. It seemed to me that they were making a slight mistake. Oh no, it's Yogi that has the gift. I corrected them. It's him that does all the thinking. So over here, when the gift was mentioned, so the mind of Jaldi went directly on the food. That is it a bone that I'm being gifted over here? So the parents nodded, no, that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about the gift that Jaldi has in the mind, that Jaldi has been bestowed with, gifted with, his personality, his potential, his skill over here. Okay, and he still couldn't understand. He was like, that's not me. The mind being sharp is that of Yogi, the other sibling. It's not me. I think you all are making a mistake. Okay. Father agreed. Yogi has excellent brains, but his is a different sort of gift, Jaldi. Every pup is born with a gift. We've just found out what yours is. What is it? I asked eagerly. I'm afraid you'll have to find out for yourself, Mother answered. It wouldn't be the same if we told you. So children, if you see over here, the parents are so very, cautiously bringing about the upbringing of these pups. Over here in the last communication, the conversation between the pups and the parents, the Jaldi is so very eager. Okay, so then what's the gift that you all are talking about? The father responded that he had a special gift. The mother, kind of pulled him too, filling him, boosting him with confidence that you have been bestowed with a gift. And Jaldi wanted to know what is the gift exactly about. So they said that you need to discover. It's your life, it's your search, it's your discovery, your exploration into this, in this arena of life, right? And in these spheres of life, you need to find it out. And usually we draw out from this lesson, children, that it's about you, your uniqueness, your unique traits, personality, skills. Usually we can be assisted by your teachers, by your parents, by your grandparents, by the society. Everybody will be assisting you, both in good and bad ways. You'll have some good experiences, some bad experiences. All are supportive, but the main person who's responsible for change is you. So over here they are telling, we are not going to tell you about the gift, you will discover it. And if you don't work towards it, you will not discover it. So such a beautiful lesson, children. It's such a beautiful extract wherein we can learn about discovering ourselves. And I hope this will definitely help you in the long run, children. Now what I want you, that's the end of the lesson, children. We will be attempting reading exercise 1 and 2. I'm going to share the answers with you. You're going to do it yourself and then see the answers that I have shared with you all. The grammar part of the lesson we will be doing sometime later, since we have time constraint over here. It was really nice, children, interacting with you all. Thank you so much.